Alright, welcome back to my channel. This is Jacob here, and I just thought about this YouTube video here today. What I want to talk about in this video is why you find it so difficult to talk to new people. There's two main reasons for that, and that is you're not social with anybody. Meaning you're waiting for maybe that perfect girl. Oh, she gotta be pretty, she gotta be your type. You're only going up and talking to interesting people and totally neglect socializing everywhere. Like if you're watching an old lady walking the dog, or the girl behind the Starbucks, whatever it is, if you only want to talk with interesting people, well, how the fuck do you expect yourself to become good at talking to people if you're only doing it when it really counts, when you find people really interesting, any really interesting girl or guy, it doesn't matter. But if you only talk with people or want to talk with people you find interesting, then you're simply not getting this at all. It's a skill set. You need to train the social muscle. So if you go up and are social with just anybody, it doesn't matter if it's the old lady walking the dog or a fat guy behind the desk behind McDonald's or whatever it is. It doesn't matter, because once you become good at just being social with everyone, then you could also be social with the attractive girls, with guys you find interesting if they have something going on in their life. And this is just so important, that you train your social muscle and building social habits of being social everywhere. That could also be at the gym, or when you're ordering coffee at Starbucks, or simply just everywhere. Because if you only do it when you see an interesting girl or whatever, then you will not be able to do it. So you need to be able to do this everywhere and with every people. That's how you become good at it. And this is just a classic mistake I see when people want to break free and want to get out of the comfort zone and want to talk to people. Then they kind of use it as an excuse. Oh, that girl is not pretty enough, or no, that person is not interesting enough. I have no value to go over and talk to them. Yeah, you do, for the practice. And it's just something you're coming up with because you feel it's uncomfortable, really. So you need to go up and talk to people, no matter what. No matter if you really can see any value there, because there is value. It's for the experience, it's for the process, so you become social. And this is just the one biggest mistake I see when I'm talking with people, or when I hear about people not being social and try to help them out. You can't go up and talk to that perfect girl or whatever it is right in the moment if you don't get this down and being social with everyone. It's just very basic logic. So if you start being social just everywhere you go, and it doesn't have to be a long conversation though, but just train your small talking skills and just communicating with people, then you will become good. It's a muscle. You need to train it. And especially in these times where everyone is working at home and the pandemic has been on for years now, it's very important that you also train that social muscle. Otherwise, you will not be able to do it when you see an interesting person. Then you will just forever miss out on these things. And yeah, you can just convince yourself, yeah, that person wasn't interesting enough, whatever, yeah. And then you get the same results. It's your call. By the way, if you haven't done already, go follow me on Instagram, because I'll post multiple times on my Instagram how you can be more social and how I was able to do it as a natural introvert. And it's just a fun process when you really get the fundamentals down. And you know, everyone can do this, everyone, no exception. If you want to do it, then you can do it. It's really that simple. So go follow me on Instagram. You probably have your phone in your hands anyways. Okay, so the second mistake I see a lot of people doing when they try to be social and they fail and they don't take that step to talk with new people, they're putting so much pressure on yourself and the other person. And what do I mean by that? Well, they kind of go into the conversation and don't want to get rejected, so they kind of reject themselves, because it becomes really weird and awkward, and you want something out of the conversation. If that is you, and if you try to talk with people and you try to get something out of the conversation, that just shows you inexperience in having conversations, and people will feel it's very, very creepy. So that's the second mistake, and I see a lot of people doing that as well. They they kind of want the conversation to lead to something. And as soon as it doesn't go as they planned, it just becomes really awkward and weird. So what should you do instead? Well, for the first off, being social with everyone, as we talked about. The old lady walking the dog, the vet guy behind the McDonald's, just everyone. And then go into the conversation with just being curious. Because when you're curious and honest, then you can just have a conversation and say what's on your mind, really. And if it goes good, great. But if it doesn't go good, then you can also feel that and kind of steer it to something else, or just get out of the conversation. You haven't lost anything, because then you have just practiced your social skills. And then you could just leave on a high note and say, oh, okay, sorry. Yeah, I just thought I wanted to say hi. But yeah, have a nice day, or something like that. That's a perfect way to end a conversation if it doesn't go anywhere, and if it becomes weird, or you can feel the other person don't want to have that conversation. Then you should also be able to read social cues, so you can see, okay, this person wants to be left alone or doesn't want to talk with me, and that's totally fine. I hope you can use these tips for something in your social life. If you have tried for a long time and want me to personally help you out on how you can destroy social barriers so you can just go up and talk to everyone, then you can book a free consultation call with me in 3 simple steps. Step number 1 is you click the link in the description. That will bring you to a page. Step number 2 is you watch the free training video. And step number 3 is you click the application form and book a free consultation call. If you've tried for a long time and failed, then this free consultation call might get you started. And yeah, it's for free, so it's a no-brainer anyways. And on the call, we're gonna talk more about your current situation, how we can develop a step-by-step process on how you can reach your goals in your social life. So if you want to get rid of your social fear and destroy social barriers so you can just have more fun when you're out with people and talk with people without using alcohol or whatever, then book the free consultation call, and then we're gonna talk more about your current situation. And then until next time, see you in the next video.